5, 4, 3, 2. Alright guys, welcome to the Media Hijack Podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Cheese. Yes,
Welcome back, fam. Welcome back.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Media Hijack, episode 198. 2 episodes away from our big 200 episode, and I don't even know what we're gonna do for a 200.
I don't know, man. Does it come up on Halloween or something? How does this work?
I don't know. We can try to get it on a Halloween week, because I don't know, like if you need to take another week off or whatever, we could probably try to get a 200.
I should be good for the next couple weeks. Yeah, I should be good. I gotta switch my calendar. I'm looking at the wrong month, but yeah, I should be good though. I'll let you know.
All right, guys. Welcome back. Before we get started, if you want to get some official Media Hijack t-shirts like this one right here, or the one Chris is wearing, we both got our uniforms on today. Head over to the MediaHijack.com. Grab you some official t-shirts. Also, if you guys want to catch this live Twitch video, the replay, you can head over to our YouTube channel. Go over there, watch the video, rate, comment, subscribe. And then the audio listeners, give us that 5-star frog splash. Leave a little comment. All right. So our main topic for tonight, I'm going to be talking about the internal guidance system, aka IGS. You ever heard about this?
No, I thought it was some military tech when I first heard it.
Well, this is basically like your own personal GPS system. It's like, like you ever like had to take 2 different directions, but your gut's saying, hey, make a left instead of a right.
Yeah, something's telling you.
That gut feeling is your guidance system, like telling you, hey, if you feel like you're supposed to take a left, take a left. It's supposed to help you, like in life. If you learn to trust yourself a lot more, your life would flow a lot more easier than everything being so difficult.
That's true, man. I made a lot of decisions in life that I was like, why the hell did I not listen to my gut? What the fuck? And then I'm even more mad that I doubted myself. So
yeah, same here. That's why I failed a lot of tests, because I double checked my answers too much.
Me too.
Fail like crazy. I'm like, I'm not made for this.
I'm like, I never get the answer right. I always get the second best answer right.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? It's like, I'm not a computer. You want me to memorize shit? Get the shit on my face.
Right?
Yeah. So this IGS is like, it's basically like your personal divine blueprint. If you believe in all the stuff like divine spirits on the other side, like they are the one helping guiding you. Like they can't just tell you straight up, hey, make a left or right. They try to nudge you, like push you in certain directions. Like for example, like if you're working a job where everything's just so difficult, you can't even get the groove of the job, and you get a lot of bad luck, like all these bad stuff happen when you're in the job. You're not supposed to be doing that job.
Man, no.
Like you get out of there, because it's not gonna help you grow. So they would put obstacles in your way to make your life a little more difficult, only for you to learn that lesson. Because they're like, hey, we want you to be better, and you're not supposed to be doing this. Put the crack pipe down, Billy Waters.
Go take care of your babies.
Put the crack pipe down. Bob says, yeah, but you don't have free will. You do have free will. You still have that choice. You're making the choice. You know, like...
It is.
Like,
I see what Bob saying, though, if they nudge you, though.
Well,
No, they're not controlling you. Nudge is kind of like... I don't know. It is free will. I think it is still free will. It's just not as aggressive. Like, they're not forcing you to make these decisions. It's kind of like, come on, So I'm pretty sure they're on the opposite end. There's another type of entity that's probably edging you towards to make the wrong decisions. Like how consciences are. Like a good and evil type thing.
Yeah, it's like that too. It's like you shouldn't be doing it, but you do it anyway. So you went against like your guidance system, I guess. So it's basically like Google Maps, like for your life. Like if you go in a certain direction, right, it's trying to help you guide you to that. Whatever that goal is, it's trying to help you guide you there in the best way possible, without you having all, like, as soon as you go off like the path that you, because let's say like this IGS system, right, is actually your higher self from a far future trying to help you out. And you already saw like what happens like if you did make that left turn, or if you did take that job, or if you did wanted to move to a certain location and it was just a bad idea, like you shouldn't even be moving there.
For real.
They will make like they will make your life harder. Basically, like you made your own life harder because they're like, hey, yeah, you weren't supposed to be at this location. We're gonna make it very difficult for you now, to where you're gonna hate it.
It's like, all right, we try to help you.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, you shouldn't be wasting cars. Now you're in jail, and now you're getting raped in jail.
And you knew this was dangerous. Yeah. And you knew this was dangerous.
You knew, yeah, you knew.
You went against the GPS.
What did Bob say? Yeah, you went against the Google Maps.
Bob says, because it's free will, you be doing stupid shit all day, but you stick with the safe way. Therefore, that's not free will, but you think it is because to choose one thing over another. That's what the Matrix is. In the movie The Matrix, they give the illusion that like, hey, Neo, you can do whatever you want because, you know, you have complete free will of the system. But then it come to find out, I was like, well, he made a choice to do this. And if this is supposed to be his destiny, does that mean he doesn't have free will? Because if he's supposed to destined to do this, it's some trippy shit. It's kind of like hard to explain. It's like that to me.
It is confusing. It's like you have like free will until, I don't know. I don't even know how to say it.
It's hard to explain it.
It's like, let's say like you get from point A to point B, right? Point B is like where you're going to die. And then you have all these options in the middle you can take. I think the options in the middle that you can take would be like the free will of how you want to live your life, right? Because you can live like a life, like smooth sailing. Everything is good because you're doing everything right. Or you could get, you know, bumpy road ahead and then it gets right. But then at the end, you always end up like, you're always going to be dead at the age of 55 all the time.
No matter what, yeah. You're still going to, that's how it just ends.
It's like you're playing a game. You can play the game however you want. But at the end, you end up the same.
Yeah. Rich, poor, no matter.
Yeah. Rich, poor, you all die the same. It's just like that movie Adjustment Bureau. You know how where he went off the course and then they look at the map and then the map changes his path for his life.
Yeah. Based off of choices. Like, oh, okay, well, your life would have been like this, but since you made this choice, it's like...
Yeah, it opens up a whole branch of all this other shit.
Yeah, that's where the whole multiverse theory comes from. It's based off of like a whole universe exists out there. Say like this morning you woke up at this time and you got to work at this time, but instead there's a world where you actually decide to sleep 5 minutes later, and because of this you got in your car and then you got into an accident and whatever. So it's like weird shit like that.
Yeah, like I always get like a lot of like gut feelings. Like that's why sometimes I just don't go to work because I'm like I don't feel it. I don't feel like I should be going to work. Because there was this one time, right? I think I told you this, where I was like, I woke up, I was like, damn, I don't feel like going to work today. I was like, should I call off, you know? But I was like, nah, just go to work. So I was like, all right, I'll go to work. And then, you know, I put my clothes on. And then as I'm leaving the house, right? You know how if you make a right, it's a train track?
Yeah.
But I made that right. There was a damn train on the track, completely dead. Blocked the whole way to go to work. So, like, me in my head, I was like, that's a sign. I looked up, I was like, thank you. Going back home, sleep.
Hey, there you go.
Well, I mean, I could have went the other way to go to work, but I was like, why would I try this hard if something is... Would I feel like something's trying to tell me not to go today?
Yeah, because you could have went all the way around to... oh, shit. Actually, I know your area because I've driven through that shit so much. Yeah, you definitely... It would have been a longer way, but nah, you would have been... Just go home.
Yeah, I was just like... I'm like, thank you. This is the only sign I need because I wasn't even trying to be out here anyway. Thank you, train.
All right.
Going back to dream.
It's like the other day too. You said you didn't work the other day because of that hurricane. You was like, I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I was like, I woke up and I was saying it's still raining, and I'm thinking like 285. That shit's probably flooded like crazy.
Quick.
I was like, I'm not gonna like put myself in that position where probably wouldn't even get to work. And then waste all that time.
You get caught in a damn flash flood or some shit.
I didn't get raped. You know? My gut feeling saved me from all of that turmoil. So, you know, that gut feeling is like your inner voice. or the
Yes.
vibe you get when something is either going right or wrong. Because
Mm.
you can get a vibe hanging out with some people, and you know like something bad is gonna happen.
Mm.
That happened to me a few times where I was hanging out with my cousin, right? And I was like, in my head, I was like, damn, I'm getting such bad energy from you.
Yeah.
But like, we're just talking all normal, but I knew something's gonna pop off and shit. Dude, as soon as we left the house, right, to go get beer, blue lights, bleep, 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 pulled over
Oh.
instantly. I was like, dude, like, you're like a fucking magnet for these bad activities and shit.
Right.
And in my head, I'm thinking, it's like, please don't have no damn drugs in the car.
Mm. So why that happening? Like nothing happened. Like just they
Yeah,
let you
nothing
go?
happened. Like, the car they were looking for was the exact car he was driving, which, like, what are the
Shit.
odds of that? But he didn't match the
Man.
description. They're like, oh, he's Chinese. We're looking for Terrence Howard.
Hey man. Hey man, I ain't got no cocaine, man.
Yeah, it sounds just like him. All right, so like emotions, like they are like your signals. Like you know when you get anxiety, right?
Hold on right quick.
Okay.
I got to run to the bathroom right quick.
Okay. Okay, we'll take a quick break.
Yeah, hold on. I'll be
Okay,
right
got
back.
it.
Hold on.
Okay. All right, and we're back. All right, so where did I left off?
Say something about anxiety.
Anxiety, yeah. So like you know, like when you get anxiety, right? Maybe it means like you're off track. I mean, I get anxiety a lot. I don't know if I'm off track like that much, but that could be like a signal, like, hey, something just doesn't feel right here. Like I want to go, you know?
Yeah, that's how my anxiety works, man. My anxiety for me is like as much of an issue it has been for me, where like I overthink things and I'm worrying about shit that's completely out of my control. There's times where like my anxiety acts as like a secondary sense for me, like spider sense. Where my anxiety's like, man, no, I ain't gonna do that, man. No, don't do it. And then kind of like I kind of use that to my benefit, but man, it's
Yeah.
like it replaced. It's like it replaced my fear of like when I was like I used to be afraid of things, and now I just get anxious. I'm not even afraid of shit anymore. I just get really anxious of shit now, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, it could be like a safety mechanism too. Like it's trying to help you from not dying too early.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
For example, like I was at work and I was working on like electrical shit, right? And me, I don't like working with electrical stuff because I could easily just die out there, and that's just nobody
Awful
wants to
way.
die out there.
I've
And
been
I was
electrocuted
working on
before.
something, and then that spark was like you saw that spark, right? I was like, oh fuck! I was like, and then like the dude was like, hey, you gonna finish fixing that? I'm like, fuck no, I'm done. Calling
Get
the
out of
boss,
my
I was like, hey,
face.
you guys, I don't fuck with electric shit. You guys come fix this shit.
Man, no, electricity is horrifying. I got tasered one time, but electricity is like next level pain. That shit
Yeah,
is
you
awful.
could die instantly, dude.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah, so I'm like, if you get that feeling, like, don't do it. Maybe your gut's telling, like, all right, you could die. If you feel like you're gonna
Right.
die, don't do it. And then if you're feeling calm, you know, maybe you're on the right path. Like wherever you're doing, like, oh shit. It's like I thought this was gonna be bad, but then you're actually doing it and you feel calm. You're like, oh,
Hmm.
this might be on the right path. You know?
This is it.
Yeah. So you just gotta listen to your body. Like you ever get like butterflies or like a knot in your stomach?
Maybe butterflies, maybe. I can't remember if I got those. Knots in my stomach, no. 'Cause I really don't even get nervous like that either. I just get anxious. Anxious, and my anxiety has replaced so much shit for me. But, but yeah, even with like butterflies, like when I used to get them back in the day, yeah, it's like, oh, I feel something. This is
Yeah, that's your gut system.
It's
That's
rele-
your internal
releasing a
guidance.
chemical.
Yeah.
it's releasing a chemical in my body, and I can feel it.
Yeah, like, oh shit, I'm alive. I can feel shit.
Right? I love.
Yeah, if you don't ever feel like anything like butterfly, you don't feel no knot. It's like maybe you're a fucking robot
Or serial killer.
or a psycho serial killer. Bob says, but you don't play with scenarios in your head like, what if such and such happens, and then you stop doing what you're doing and don't do it at all. What you call that? Remember we called there was another word for that.
Don't you play with scenarios in your head? Yeah, I do. And what if such and such happens, and then you stop doing what you can do?
Yeah, it's like what would happen if I'm driving down the street and I see a lady with a baby and I want to turn the wheel.
Oh man,
It's in
that's
your
a
head.
into the void or some shit it was called. Like yeah, it's just like
something
a
like
split
that.
second you realize that you're in a position where like I could fucking kill somebody right now, but that's not me.
Yeah, yeah. I'll be thinking like, let's go to the opposite lane right now.
Right, there's head on collision. Ugh.
What if
And
I
he'd be
do like
like,
a
oh, that's crazy. And he'd be like,
swan
oh, that's
dive
fucking,
onto the third rail?
man, that's I saw a video not too long ago too, of like these three boys sitting on railroad tracks, and one of the three boys grabbed the third rail,
Yeah.
and he grabbed the one kid, and the other kid grabbed the other kid, and it was all like this,
Yeah, they're like.
horrifying, man. The fuck?
Yeah, I saw one where this lady, she was just on the track like this, frozen, and
Yeah.
smoke was coming off her back.
Oh,
And the people recording her, right? They're like, damn, we're gonna have to delay up the train now. They're worried about getting to the
City
destination. They're
that's
like,
city life, man.
yeah, they're like, should we call the cops? And dude,
Get
like,
off-
man, we're gonna take forever to get home.
Go kill yourself somewhere else, asshole.
Take that shit somewhere else.
Hey, that's how badly people need to pay rent. They don't care if you fucking dying. Get out the way.
Dude, they don't, dude. The thing
Get
Atlanta's
out.
like that. They're like really numb to it.
Man, Atlanta's definitely like that.
285 numb. Where are we at? All right, so if you feel joy, right? Like you feel joy for something, like if you're about to do something and you feel happy or you're about to do it, they say just go for it. And I mean, you can slow down and think about it, but usually when you feel happy about something, just go for it. Because what's the worst that can happen? And when
Death.
the worst does happen, yes, that's a learning experience. Because I think that's the whole thing about life. You're just learning the whole time. You're not supposed to have like a smooth sailing. Like, sure, you can listen to your guidance system and stuff, but sometimes you want to play the other way. Be like, all right, I'm gonna just do this bad thing just to see what happens. And then when it does happen, that's a learning experience. You're like, oh shit, I learned something new today.
Shit, if it doesn't get you killed.
Yeah. But if it does get you killed, that's a learning experience for the
Hey,
next
yo.
life.
For the next one.
For the next one.
For the next one.
It's not YOLO. Like, you probably keep coming back until you finish whatever you're supposed to finish out here.
It's like,
Who
hey, all right, so
knows?
you've been tasked with reaching the age of 85. Once you reach age 85, then you can move on to the next level. But if you keep dying before 85, you can't leave.
Dude, I was starting to think like old people, right? They get to the old age, like super old, but they're not doing anything different. I'm thinking they're having so many opportunities to chase whatever they're supposed to be chasing, living life like how they want to live, but they're not doing it. But they're playing it so safe to where even like whatever the guidance system can't even kill them. But like they struggle because they have to live like an old life, but then they never achieve like what they're supposed to achieve. But they live that old life until the body actually gives up.
Yeah, just they never took that chance and did something different.
Yeah.
That's like the movie, man, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. It was kind of like, okay, they lived this life, they got married, had a kid, had a laundromat, but then they saw these different realities of like, I could have been a movie star, this, and this. It's like, damn, but they just lived like the most basic life they could live, and were they even happy with this basic life that they was living with each other? And it was like, oh, this movie kind of fucking deep.
It's super deep. Like you have to watch it a few times too. Like
Get it? Yeah, I watched
grasp
like
the concept.
Yeah, I think I watched it like 3 times now. And I'm like, okay, because I've watched it like I would tell my friends, like, hey, you gotta watch this movie. All right, I'll watch it, and then I would watch it with them, and they'd be like, I like this. And I told somebody else, like, hey, watch it. I'm like, all right, and I watched it with them. And then I watched it I watched it by myself originally, so that was like 3 times.
That's when you get the breakthrough. Like, oh shit, I fully understand.
Man, from beginning to end, I understand this movie now.
Even if you're a rock, you could be living your best life.
Yeah, be man, happy, peaceful.
All right, so how do you tune out the noise? So you know how like everybody got an opinion about the best thing to do, like for you, like they think you should do this, do that, and mostly like it comes from like our parents. Like our parents think they know best for us. But if your parents are telling you one thing, right, you have like a gut feeling like, nah, you guys are wrong. I'm gonna do this my way, not your way. You should listen to that. You don't have to follow like whatever your parents are saying because they're not in your shoes. They're not playing your path. They think they know what's right for you.
Yeah, I mean,
But they
like
barely
granted,
even know what's right for themselves.
granted, like there are parents out there who they will never lie to their kids, and they are looking out for the best of them. There's times too where parents do need to take a step back and realize, well, that's the path their child's got to walk, and they succeed at it. They succeed. If they fail, they fail. But I mean, I always felt
Yeah.
like if I was a parent that I was butt heads with my kid over, me being like conservative, I guess, and them being more free spirited than myself. Honestly, I would let them know, like, look, we can agree to disagree on this, but at the end of the day, like, if you want to leave this house and go out there, venture the world, and make all these choices, just be careful what you do, and then just always remember, my door is always open for you if you ever fall. Like, this ain't the end. Like,
Yeah.
I'm always gonna love you. So,
So yeah, anything like big, like they want to do, like you shouldn't hold them too tight, like be a helicopter parent. But still,
yeah,
like a parent, they are still responsible, like to guide you to where you're not going to end up in jail. You're not going to end up being a crackhead, which is good too. Like the parent is the extra guidance system. But when it comes to like the career path they want to take, or how they want to live their life, I think they should back off, just and let them find their own path, because they got to live their own life. Because what happens when the parents die? That child has to figure something out.
keep on going, man.
Yeah, that shit keep on going. Like it doesn't stop. Life goes on, and
Just way the world.
like the parents, they could teach their kids how to like be strong, survive. Like if this happens, hey, you could do this, you could do that.
I'm giving you all my knowledge to.
Right. And I think like the best way to teach kids is you just have to be the good example, because kids,
Real shit, man.
they're like copycats. They copy the parents.
Real shit.
You know?
But this is saying, it's like be the change in the world. Like be the change that you want to see in the world. So if you want the world to be a better place, then be a better person. It always starts with you, and then
Right.
kind of like
Yeah,
teach it,
kids,
especially
yeah.
with kids.
A kid, yeah, when they're young like that, they like to copy like their elders. Like if you're reading a book every night, you're drinking tea, reading a book, having a nice calm night, dude, that kid will copy you and try to pretend to do the same shit. Even if they're not reading, they will carry that habit. And like, oh yeah, I read with my parents, because
Right.
the parents are reading. But if like the
Right.
parents is like out clubbing, out partying, out on the computer all day,
Ain't never home.
they're gonna be on that computer too. Just like you.
Straight.
Like, look what I can do.
Yeah. It's like, look, I learned it from daddy now and mommy, and then now here I am. I'm parroting this shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's true, man. It always starts at the house. Always starts at the home.
Hey, help me log in, son.
That's why every
I
time I
lost my
see
password.
that's why every time I see like adults do stupid shit. This is what a lot of people say. But who like when you see adults do stupid, ignorant shit, you be like, who raised you? Like, what the hell? It starts at the house.
Yeah.
Like, who the fuck raised you to be this way? You were so ignorant. So ignorant.
Yeah. Kids.
Kids these days.
All right, where am I? All right, so easy ways to strengthen your inner GPS system. So do daily vibe checks. Like, how do you feel when making decisions? Like, do you feel tense or peaceful? Start trusting those gut feelings more often. Taking little baby steps. Like, learn to say no to stuff that doesn't sit right with you. So you got to be able to, you can't always just say yes to everything. Like, if you feel like if you don't want to do it, just say no. What's the worst that can happen?
Yes,
And
always
you-
set boundaries.
yeah,
set
you'll-
boundaries.
Yeah, then you learn to thank yourself later. Like, oh yeah, I mean, you feel better. You feel at peace. You feel calm, and
Do
that's
what
what
you're
it's all about.
comfortable do what you're comfortable with, man. I realized this the other day. Like, at least as far as like our generation, like millennials, the millennial generation is like the generation is like it's trending like on setting boundaries. Because before this, you didn't really see it. I mean, at least I don't remember seeing it from generations before us. But at least with us, it's like as far as setting boundaries on like, hey, this is who I am, respect me, and da da da. And I see like lately, like a lot of millennials butt heads with their parents and shit, and like on different like levels, like, hey, like this, I ain't no kid no more. Like just because you the parent, don't make you right, and like you like stop.
Yeah,
So, and I'm realizing I see a lot now. People like a lot of people, especially a lot of women I've been seeing, a lot of millennial women setting up boundaries and shit. Like, hey man, like I'm more than just a woman. You better respect me, shit.
you better slap.
And I agree, man. Everybody should set boundaries, man. Because at the end of the day, you'll sleep better at night knowing that you stood up for yourself and you was comfortable with it. So
Yeah. You. At the end of the day, it's just you, dude. Right? Because you never know. Like anybody like in your life, they could be gone just the next day. Anything can happen.
oh shit.
Yeah, but we don't think like that, of course.
Nah, man. Everybody's
Yeah.
like, almost like day to day. People just think like, okay, live one day at a time. When reality is like, nobody don't think that far ahead.
Uh-huh. Say, what are you doing tomorrow? I don't know.
That's how I roll. That's how I roll too, man. Like, because Melissa, she the planner. She's like, so next week we're doing this and this. I'm like, man, I live one day at a time. Vince Diesel once said, I live 1 mile at a time. I'm like, shit.
No, you live a quarter mile at a time.
A quarter mile at a time. There you go.
It's like, and in those 10 seconds, I'm free. I was like, damn, okay, philosopher Vin Diesel.
Right, Professor Diesel.
All right, so using your IGS in real life. So people who often they trust like their IGS system, like they found their dream job, they found their dream partner, and then they found like their passion in life because they just flowed with whatever their gut feeling. They're like,
Right.
hey, should I work this job or no? Should I follow this passion that I'm doing? And now their life is just flowing, dude.
Yeah.
Flowing to where they're like, oh shit, this shit, it's just happening now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're not stressed or whatever. The shit's just like it's like one orchestra just working in symphony.
Man, all the gears are turning. Like everything's working in
Yeah,
order.
everything is all well-oiled machine and like do, you on the path.
Right.
Here you go. Here's $1 million. My bad.
Going up.
Here's 2 million.
Oops.
All right. So what if your IGS system messes up? Spoiler alert, it doesn't mess up. But sometime, like fear, it tries to mess like with your head and tell you not to follow your gut. But look, like I was saying like before, this whole thing is all about like a learning experience. Like even if like let's say you do follow your gut feeling and then something bad happens, that's a learning moment.
It is.
It could be something huge too, to where you're like, holy shit, I'll never make that mistake again. And that was a good learning experience.
Right.
And this whole thing, practice makes perfect. Like, but I say we can practice. We can start today. Start trusting your gut. Like, should I drink this water or that water? Should I watch this TV show or that TV show? Like, what makes more sense to you? Just start small like that.
I remember hearing this saying the other day. I can't remember if it was like Melissa told me this or somebody told me this. They were saying like, always remember that your parents are being parents for the first time too.
Yeah.
Like you don't ever think of it that way, or like this is everybody's first. As far as we know, this is everybody's first go around. But we ain't always gonna be perfect, and mistakes are gonna happen. I mean, I learned through life, man. Like failure can be a tool, man. There's like it can be heartbreaking at times, but it's like, man, learn from this and kind of apply it, and just make sure you don't make that. If it ain't so damaging where you ain't spending the rest of life in prison or you ain't dead, then there's adjustment for change, and just make sure you don't do it again.
Yeah, and then like we live in an age where we have information at our fingertips. So like if you're doing like a a do-it-yourself project at home, you can look at somebody that probably already made the mistake, learn from them.
Right. That's how there's that saying. It says a smart man learns from his mistakes, but the wise man learns from the mistakes of others.
Yep.
Like, see what the people be fucking about and be like, all right, I know not to do that. That's
Like, all right,
that's what it is.
that motherfucker got electrocuted. Let's not do that again.
Yeah, I've seen it with like people in my life. I'm like, man, they got with this person that they don't like, and they got kids with this person they don't like. But why did they get with each other in the first place? I need to not do that, or whatever the case. I be seeing how people move sometimes. I'm like, oh, I'm not trying to. What? Why?
That's like a nightmare. Like having a kid with somebody you don't even like, and you're like, why did you do that? That's like the worst, dude.
You're now stuck.
You're stuck on that side piece that those 2 minutes wasn't worth it.
Right?
It's like, God damn it.
Now that 2 minutes turned to 18 years, man. That's fucking
18 years,
insane,
Jesus
man.
Christ, dude. Fucking Spider-Man stickers everywhere. God damn it. I can't take this.
Fucking crayons on the wall.
Crayons on the fucking Legos in my damn lunchbox.
I'm good, man. I'm
Get
good.
out of my face. I don't even like you.
Sitting on fucking toys.
Baby mama calling you. When you gonna feed your kid?
Mad at me. Screaming, always complaining. Like, I'm good. I've seen it. I've seen friends go through this. I'm like, oof, I'm gonna do what you didn't do.
Like, thank you.
You ain't gotta give me advice or nothing. I
I had to
see it.
see it through you, and that shit looks painful.
Right.
And then
You
in the head,
would.
they're like, I wish something bad happens to you.
Like, that's fucking tough.
It's like, God damn, I wish something. Then,
Um,
you hit
you
my
live in
bus.
you just live in such a free will life. Hate,
No kid having ass.
hate.
Living your carefree life. What are you doing tomorrow? Whatever you want to. God damn it.
Whatever I want.
Jeez. Get out of my face. All right, so a quick recap. So your IGS is like your life's best sidekick. Just trust it. You can start small. Even deciding what to eat for lunch can be a chance to tune into your inner voice. This is how we can practice this. Like, hey, should I eat hot wings or should I eat a Zaxby salad with grilled chicken?
Oh,
Less calories.
yes.
Or should I pack lunch in the morning? Or, you start like that.
Oh, stuff like that.
Yeah, you could even start with like I was saying earlier, like what show you want to watch or what to wear the next day. Like, should I wear red or should I wear pink?
Choice is yours. Or is it?
Yeah, yeah. That's basically the internal guidance system. Learn to trust it. Learn to trust your gut. You know what's right for yourself. Like, if you know something's bad and you do it, and then something bad happens. Let me give you an example. We had some edibles, right, a few weeks ago. And it wasn't even THC. It's like some Delta 8 edibles.
Okay.
And it's shaped like an ice cream cone, right? And the package said it's 100 milligrams, like, per cone. Me, I don't know anything about this, right? So I'm thinking 100 milligrams. I was like, okay, that sounds normal. I'm just gonna eat one. Dude, that's like the worst fucking shit ever, dude.
Yeah, edibles hit,
Threw
man.
up and everything. I was like, oh, this is like the worst drug I've ever taken. And it's like legal.
And it's called Delta what?
Yeah, it's like Delta 8s. It's like a different version of like a THC in marijuana.
Oh.
Yeah, but I looked it up on ChatGPT. I was like, hey, what's like the regular dose for like a Delta 8? They're like between 10 to 30 milligrams. And then 100 milligrams would be like super advanced. It's like double advanced. And this is my first time taking it. And dude, it was horrible. It was the worst experience ever.
Oh my God. Man.
I'll never do it again.
You jumped into the deep end of the pool. You should have
Super
started at
deep
like.
end. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do shit, dude. It was bad.
3 feet. Should started at 3 feet.
Yeah, I jumped all the way into an Olympic swimming pool.
Right? No floaties. No
I was
nothing.
like, oh
nothing
God. Yeah, I was like, fuck these edibles, man. That shit hit
Yeah,
different.
edibles-
It's bad.
Man, I know people that be eating edibles like that shit ain't nothing. If I eat edible, I shit you. I cannot have nothing planned for the rest of the day. I like everything's got to be errands are ran, everything's done, house clean. I have nothing to do at all. That's the only way I'll take edible because that shit will.
Right. Yeah, I'll
That's
never take
right.
one ever again. I'm done with that, dude.
Stop.
I was like, nah, give me cocaine or something.
Get
Get the edible out of my face. Where's the
edibles are
crack?
tricky.
Where's the crack?
I'm not even a
pipes?
fan. Yeah, I'm not even a fan of edibles like that.
Yeah, well, maybe I just took too much. I'm
That is
sure
a
I
lot,
took too
though.
much. Yeah, it was way too much. It was
For what you-
above advanced level, and I was like, ew, this
damn.
is just such a bad feeling. It's like one of the worst feelings that you can't wait for it to be over. And it was only funny for 5 minutes, like where I couldn't control my laugh no more. And then after
Yeah.
5 minutes is over, they fucking gave you a golden ticket to hell. And it just kept going down, like doof, doof, doof. It kept on getting worse and worse. I was like, holy shit! And I almost ate 2 of them.
Billy. Oh yeah, you'd been
This
dead.
close, because I was like all these little cute ice cream cones, like this big, little. I was like, oh, I just ate like a little snack. I was like, this is not gonna do nothing.
It tastes
But
good.
I was like, my gut feeling was like, don't eat 2 plate. Yeah, it tastes good. It tastes like an ice cream cone with cream
Damn.
filling.
oh,
Yeah, but then my gut feeling was like, don't take 2. Let's see what 1 does first. And thank God I didn't take 2. I probably would have been in the hospital.
Billy jumped out the plane with no parachute. Like,
Yeah, no parachute, and then they shot me to like Uranus. I was like, no. In the middle of the night, I'm like, let it make it stop. It was like that. I was like, it hurts.
Damn.
Yeah.
I will. Thanks for telling me about that. I will avoid that shit.
Avoid it at all costs and avoid acid. It's too strong.
That too, yeah. Of
But yeah,
course. That's,
but on the bright side, I learned from it. I learned that Delta 8 is not the move, not for me.
yeah.
And
Never.
another thing I learned is research the shit before you even take it. I
Man,
was
hell
like,
yeah.
big head. I was like, oh, I think I know about drugs. I'm pretty like, I was like, I don't think these drugs can affect me like that. That was my head. And then what happened?
Man.
Should have looked it up first.
I'll be researching stuff all the time, but before even when I go to the dispensary, I'm like, what is this I'm trying to smoke? I need to know what it's gonna do to me because I done bought some shit before they had me like bouncing off walls. I'm like, I don't need all that. I need to kind of like,
Yeah.
mellow out.
All right, so that's it for the IGS system. Take a quick break. I actually got to drop a deuce real fast as I can. Then we come back, we'll start the next topic for the night.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, we're back for the next topic of the night.
Sticking with the theme of death and reincarnation.
Oh, damn. That sounds like a real topic.
Yeah, so this boy named Ryan Heyman is telling people that he was reincarnated from a Hollywood actor from like the 1930s or some shit. Yeah, so they did an interview with this kid back on NBC, I want to say in 2014. I think they did an interview with this kid. But anyways, he was born but that was 2024, so this kid's now 20 years old. But he was born in 2004, so around 10 years old, 2014. Ever since he was a child, he was going up to his mom and telling his mom, saying like, "Hey, that like this is not who I'm supposed to be. I was someone else." And so he was being studied by over time by like I guess like child psychiatrists and all that. And so the story of young Ryan Hammond is that that he believes that he was a big Hollywood. That he says that he was a reincarnation of a big Hollywood star from 60 years ago. And even a child psychiatrist that he's been speaking to believes him, because child psychiatrist is like straight up like, this is real. This kid is not making this shit up. There's no way he would be able to make this up. The parents can't even make this up, because if you try to look up the actor that he's saying that he was, but there's nothing that exists on this actor. They had to dig into some files, in Hollywood files, to find out this actor that he was. And I guess his actor was like kind of like a small time singer and dancer, but he mainly was like in the backgrounds of movies. He wasn't like no big movie star. He was like in the background of the movies. There's some dancing here and there, but
Yeah, so it wouldn't make sense for like a child to make something up like that.
But even when adults don't even have information, because that's what the psychiatrist saying. Like, even as an adult, you wouldn't be able to find this guy online because there's nothing on him. He's just like,
Yeah, I would
like nobody.
believe that shit right away. I'd be like, damn.
Straight up.
Like, either this kid really fucking went out his way to find like the most bizarre, ridiculous story of somebody that barely even exists, like on paper.
It'd be weird if he was like, if he said like, "Oh, I was Robin Williams," I'm like, I think you're lying. You're not
Shut
Robin
your
Williams.
Robin Williams ass up.
Right? How dare you?
Get out of my office, Dylan. I was trying to say Dylan and Billy and shit.
Dilly. All right, so like, yeah, it's like I said before, that Ryan Hammond, he was born in 2004 in Oklahoma. Claims that he has vivid memories of another life in Hollywood back in the 1940s and 50s. There's during the 2015 broadcast, because he did an interview with NBC, Ryan opened up about his first time he thought he was a different person. At the age of 5, he claimed to have told his mother, "Mama, I think I used to be someone else." That's when the schoolboy was said to have voiced eerie details about a Hollywood star from decades ago. His story was extremely similar to that of the life of Marty Martin, a movie star extra who was married 4 times and lived in New York City. He passed away of a brain hemorrhage in 1964 at the age of 61. So Marty Martin is the actor that he said he was back in the day. Small timer, like I say, he only worked in the background, didn't do a lot of shit. Yeah, just a randy. And so, so that's like the mother was kind of like, at first, the mother and the father of Ryan at first kind of like, okay, he's just a kid with an imagination, yada yada yada. But there were times where like they realized that something was off with their son Ryan. Like, oh, he might be telling the truth, that he's a reincarnated somebody. He would be sleeping in bed, and at night they would watch him, and while he was sleeping, he would wake up and be like, "Chin."
Oh,
Then he would
what?
snap out of his sleep. Yeah, and the parents would be like, "Oh my god, like what the fuck?" Because I guess
Like,
like in his
damn.
dream, he's on a Hollywood set. Like it's crazy,
Like, the parents like, damn, like this motherfucker stay in character even in
right?
sleep.
In his sleep. Like damn.
Hey,
So
get your kid, man. He's acting even when he's sleeping.
right, tripping. So that was what changed the parents' mind of like, hey, it went from being an imagination of his to, oh shit, we need to go see a child psychiatrist and try to figure this out. Um, and also too, there another thing they did too. They were showing a book to Ryan one day, like called like the Golden Age of Hollywood, which is basically like this book full of just like all Hollywood shit actors and everything. And he recognized himself in the book too. He's like, "Hey, no, that's me right there. Like I'm in the background right there."
Mm.
And that's when the parents were like, "What the fuck? Like, who is this actor that you say you are? You're not even anybody famous. You're
That's
some
me right there.
you're not to mention you're not even like a super like you're not so much like a super successful actor. You're an actor who was married 4 times,
Damn.
like, and you live in New York. Like, there's nothing really special about you.
I
If
wonder,
anything
like,
else.
why he remembered that, or like, what is the reason for him to still have to carry on that past knowledge? Because it's not doing him any
Yeah,
good in this life.
at all. Well, this is what he said too, and he brought up a good ass question. Cause so the child psychiatrist, his name is Jim Tucker, and so he's the one that sat down and sat with Ryan through all this and broke everything down. And when he was talking to Ryan one day, he had like a series of questions that he would ask Ryan, and out of the series of questions, Ryan got like 55 of those questions like right. Like for example, like Ryan told like the psychiatrist that he didn't understand why God would let him live to be 61 and then die to be reborn again. He was like, because I just lived to 61 and I died to come back as a kid. Like, why am I here again?
Yeah.
And psychiatrist at first was like, well, Ryan, like you're telling me that you died at 61. Marty Martin actually died at the age of 59. He was 59 years old when he died, so maybe something's not right with his story now. But then when the psychiatrist did some research and he saw on the birth certificate that Marty Martin, the actor, they said on the birth certificate that he died at the age of 59, but when he did more research, couldn't find out he actually did die at 61. The birth certificate was actually wrong. And that's the psychiatrist was like, holy shit, how would this kid know
Ooh,
about
yeah.
this? And the birth certificate was actually wrong. Like,
Damn.
that's sorry, not birth certificate, his death certificate, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
His death
yeah.
certificate was wrong saying that he died at 59, but he actually died at 61.
Man, I
But
can't
the
even
kid,
imagine what's going on in the psychiatrist's head when like
dude,
it's like the kid he did told you. Yeah, my head would been like,
this broke his brain too, because when they asked Dr. Tucker about it, he was like, "This is the most realest shit I've heard a psychiatrist say." This is how you know, like some of these people that be into science and stuff, it takes moments like this to be like, "Hey, this breaks all the
yeah,
rules of
yeah,
reality."
break all the walls down.
Dr. Tucker says like the world just doesn't work as we think or assume it does. The case I have examined don't come under a normal explanation on how we perceive the world. Basically saying like some things don't work the way we think it is. This shit is way beyond
Yeah.
our perception. Like
It's
we
like
don't
we
get.
we think like the work runs like in a straight line, but then
Mm,
I guess like what broke like this psychiatrist's like brain, it's that story that the kid told where he did have the records that showed like, all right, he did die at this date, but then they found like the records was wrong and the kid was right the whole time.
I think that's what broke his brain too. He's like,
Yeah,
oh
that would break
shit.
anybody's brain, especially a doctor or someone who went to school, like everything, you follow the book and shit and everything, right? And then something,
Right.
it breaks like the whole thinking pattern. Like, what the fuck does that even mean, right?
Yeah, he was like, Doctor Tucker was like, we don't know how none of this shit works. Like,
Yeah, it's like at
straight
the end
up.
of the day, like it's like, man, I don't even know what the fuck is,
We
let's just live
we,
your
we
life.
just,
Like, don't
we
even try
just
to figure it
exist.
out.
We just exist. That's it. Like this.
Yeah, like shit that it just doesn't make sense. Like, because two reality could exist at the same time, right? I don't know how we can even prove that, but I believe like all these realities are existing, like our past life, our future life, like my old self, your old self. They're all doing the same shit or something right now. They're already doing it right now. That's what
Time
I
is
think.
one. Time
Yeah.
is all one thing.
And then sometimes these realities combine and they create like these anomalies and shit, and then
Yeah.
kids are born like kind of like glitched out, like where they carry on like a past life, either as like a past life or they carry on something just from a different timeline, which is like a past
Right.
life, I guess, or they just carry like little memory cards like from 1960 or whatever, and they
Yeah.
somehow that save file is stuck in your memory bank.
Yeah, that shit didn't get scrubbed all the way.
It
They
did,
came
yeah,
back
they
with
didn't scrub it all the way. All they did was they just
came back.
flashed the hard drive one time, but then it has residue from 1960. The memory's still on there, or
Yeah,
like the
right.
child was born, like special and stuff, right? Where the brain actually could recover like old data from the hard drive because his brain is probably working faster than other people, so it can probably like get the corrupt data that they scrubbed and then brought it back to life, which you can do today.
Man,
Yeah.
reboot.
And that kid was doing this
Straight
shit all from his head,
Straight up, man. That's like
remembering
the
his past life that probably is not even gonna help him.
right at all, man. He's like, look, I look, and he easily could have said any actor. You pick some like. That's what I think. That's what the doctor was coming from too. He's like, of all the people he picked this random nobody. Like, that don't even make sense. It's just a nobody that nobody knew who existed, other than the four wives he had.
Yeah, like that doesn't nothing. What do you get out from that?
Nothing at all.
All he did was broke that psychiatrist's brain. Now he's like contemplating like his life and everything that
Reality.
he's learned. It's like, damn, it's like, what is real life?
The shit broke his brain, man. He's like, I've been in this career for 30 years and I've never seen nothing like this shit.
Yeah.
This boy remembers his entire existence from before.
I like seeing like stories like that where like people, they're like super straight edge. They're super like they believe in whatever they studied 100% until something
Yeah.
like breaks their reality. Like for example, this movie is called I Origin. You ever seen it?
That sounds familiar. What is it about?
It's about like this doctor scientist guy, right? He's trying to he gets like a whole bunch of people images of their eyeball,
Right.
saying that everybody eyeball is like a snowflake. It's all super different, right?
Ooh, okay.
And then he met like this girl, and her eyeball was like he took a picture of her eyeball like at a party, and then he uploaded that shit. He's like, damn, like her eyeball looks fucking crazy. And then he's trying to find her like later on after the party because, he's trying to figure out like who is this girl because her eyeball is so fucking crazy looking and shit. So then, I don't want to like ruin the whole movie, but
It was a movie.
yeah, it's a really good movie. But
Shit,
like,
I don't
let's
know.
just say, long story short, he was a scientist and she was like a spiritual person.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then something happened along the end at the end of the movie where he questioned his own science because of something that happened at the end of the movie.
Let me add this to my list. Hold
Yeah, it's
up.
called like EYE Origins.
EYE.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, like buy it or something. It's really good.
Origins. Oh, I see it. When it came out
Uh-huh.
2014?
I think so. Like white guy with glasses.
I just see like a big ass eyeball.
Yeah. Yo, dude,
Yeah.
watch it, cause he's like a straight edge scientist, and it broke his reality. And
Oh,
you
this
just
on
gotta
Disney
watch it, cause it is a good movie.
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. I see it too.
Damn.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. Okay, I'll check it out, man.
Yeah, watch it.
Is he like a psychopath though?
No,
don't tell me. Don't.
he's just a scientist that
Okay.
just trying to. He's like he loved that girl. He's trying to prove her wrong. Like, oh, God and stuff doesn't exist. But then something happened in the movie where he questioned everything. He was like, "What the hell?"
Maybe. I thought. Okay, I thought he was gonna be like a psychopath that like got obsessed with eyeballs and he got obsessed over her. Like, man, I want to fuck
It's
her
a really
eyeball.
normal movie.
Good shit.
It's probably what this psychiatrist went through. Like he thought he knew everything and shit until something like an anomaly happened, something weird happens, and it
Oh,
changes
man.
his whole view and everything.
Yeah, but I was reading a story about this dude with this little boy with Ryan Hammond, and then the psychiatrist part was like broke his brain. I knew he was gonna dig that part because I was like, yeah, Harold likes that shit when reality shatters their fucking
Yeah.
mind, like
Yeah, I love
three
that
body
shit.
planet, like 3 body planet shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
y'all
I
was all
can't wait
wrong.
for season 2.
Man, that show turned out to be so good. I'm glad it picked up like halfway through.
Yeah, I almost watched like the Chinese version, but I don't know. I couldn't get into it.
Is it almost? Is it based on?
It's
Is it the?
it's almost the same exact thing.
I don't know if I watch it twice.
Yeah.
I know that. I didn't even know it was a Chinese version. Shit.
Yeah, that was the first version. Yeah,
Oh,
they got it from that.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? It do make sense though. It takes place in China a lot, at least the beginning.
Yep.
with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Fucking
makes
with these
sense.
hadron colliders and
Making
shit.
deals with
Fucking
fucking aliens,
AIs, dude. Damn.
making deals with aliens and shit.
Yeah, dude. AI is fucking crazy.
Insane.
Yeah.
That show's wild.
Is that it for that one?
Yeah, that's it for Ryan Hammond.
All right. So next story for the night. Hold on. Oh shit, my fucking pedal's not working. All right, so SpaceX they finally dock at the ISS to collect those two stranded astronauts that NASA sent out. You remember this story?
Yes, they got their ass finally.
Yeah. So like the rescue mission or Space Uber by Elon, SpaceX Dragon capsule, they went to the International Space Station to pick up the two astronaut Butch Wilmore and Sonny Williams, who have been stranded in the ISS since June of this year. So like the reason why they're stuck out there because like something happened with like I think they had like a helium leak, right? Where
Mhm.
the thrusters it wasn't working. So NASA like they said that it wasn't a good idea to bring them back because probably they would probably like explode out there in space.
Yeah.
And nobody likes stuff like that. So they had to stay out there way longer because it was supposed to be like an 8-day mission,
Hmm.
and it turned out to be like this fucking long extended space vacation, and they don't even know exactly when they're coming home. They're saying they're gonna come home like in February, and can you imagine if they had like house plants? The house plants are dead,
Man, they gone, man. If they
or
got
the
pets, they can
or
open it up.
the
Somebody's watching.
fishes on their automatic fish food feeder that only lasts 2 weeks,
Right?
dead. Who's feeding your
Can
fish
they even
after two
call
weeks?
family? Can they even call family from space? Be like, hey, like, can you get Spot?
I'm
You
sure
don't
like
think
the
so?
family was all contacted after like, hey, your buddy William and the other person, they're not going to be coming home. So like, can you take care of like whatever stuff they have at the house?
The house plants,
Feed their dog or whatever,
plant babies.
Yeah. So, SpaceX, the space taxi crew, Dragon capsule, they end up sending like their own people. Or I don't know if they sent the person. I think they sent the person. Yeah. They sent somebody up there to go save them, and they had like two extra seats for these two individuals. And there was a delay because of Hurricane Helen, so
Mm.
they couldn't do it like right away. But they finally did dock after all the whole hurricane and everything. So
Oh, so they launched from Florida.
no, they launched from
Yeah, what's the fuck SpaceX?
Botswana. Wait, the rescue docked successfully at 265 miles above Botswana.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know where they launch at, but like the ISS is actually located right under Botswana, like at the point where they docked.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they did took some photos. Like the dude, he took some photos with them, and they all look happy and shit. They're like, thank you
She
for
cracked
saving
me.
us, SpaceX,
My
NASA,
leg.
Boeing. Like you guys can fuck you guys.
February.
We're never booking another
February's
flight.
a, February's a long wait, man. That's a long
Yeah.
ass wait.
Yeah. So like fucking Elon, his people came to the rescue, man. Saved those two stranded astronauts. I mean, I imagine a 8-day trip end up being this long.
Man,
From June and
horrifying.
now it's October right now.
Horrifying, man. But they back home for the holidays.
Yeah.
Right on
You think they
time.
had sex up there?
Wait, was it a male and a female?
It was male and female.
Probably.
But they look like
Sweaty.
they look old and rusty and
Ah!
but I bet they got stories that they can't say no diddy.
It smells like Badussy in here. Oh,
Yeah, well they docked on, they're like, God damn, what's that smell?
smell like funk in here. Like, what the hell?
Like, God damn, it smells like fucking 3 months of sex.
This air is thick.
Yeah, they see
Light a
the
match
walls
with it.
all sticky and shit. Like,
What does this
damn.
do?
Yeah, he docked on, and like something goes into eyes. His semen.
This is, this is
Goddamn.
ectoplasm? Nah, it ain't no ectoplasm.
What is this? God
Yeah, they
damn.
probably this probably took out there like, look, this is probably the last our last existence out here in this universe. It's
Yeah, because I bet you anything they thought they were gonna die out there. So they're They're like, what's the most fucked up shit we can do out here?
Watch. We're gonna find out like, oh, I'm pregnant, and that'll be the first person ever, first time ever somebody was conceived in space.
Or no, never mind.
We're not conceived in space, but you know, God.
Or I'm just gonna say it. He got her pregnant, and they did like an abortion.
They shot the baby into space.
They did an abortion in space, 0 gravity.
And it was like, damn, we can't bring this back.
Like, we got stories to tell if we're gonna make it. Damn, that shit got dark.
Yeah, they had sex. I'm sick of with that story.
For sure, yeah, they did.
Sweaty space sex.
8 days turned into like 3, 4, 5 months. They did something.
Look, that's why I don't want to go to space anyways, man. I don't care if this world about to blow up. Whatever. Ain't about radiation out there anyway.
Like, if I do go to space, I want there to be like a suicide kit.
In case this shit goes on too long.
Or if it's like something I was like, man, I'm like, fuck this shit, I'm out. You know? And then hit the button. Dude. Jesus.
I'm coming home.
Jesus. Steve Jobs. Where you at? We out here.
Yeah, space is horrifying, man. I'd rather just stay on Earth. Fuck that.
Yeah. Even though, like, I'm sky people. Oh, fuck it. Send me a space.
Yeah.
Going back home. I'm done. Beat me up.
Yeah, I was watching this documentary the other day of the. Well, I didn't watch the documentary. It was like a short YouTube video, and it was about how it was 1 year later after that submarine blew up under an ocean. Mm-hmm. And they was talking about the guy, how he was like, he originally wanted to be like an astronaut, I think, but he like couldn't make it or some shit, or he wanted to be a pilot or whatever the fuck ever. But because his goals of reaching outer space never happened, he was like, oh, okay, since Elon is beating me to the punch on space, I need to think of a different way to find a different spot for humanity. He's like, well, humans could always live in the ocean, and that's why he started doing space explorations, and why he's trying to get down to Titanic, because he was trying to do some Elon shit, like how Elon's trying to get to Mars. He was like, well, fuck that. If Elon's going to get to Mars, I'm going to get to the bottom of the ocean and try to set up like plant a flag in the ocean, and then that'll be a place for fucking Atlantis, New Atlantis or whatever, and then we could all live there, because he's like, I guess he's basically anti-Elon, like Elon space, he water, and yeah.
Water's probably way more scarier.
Hell yeah, man! You ain't getting crushed. Space is fucking horrifying, but I don't know, man. They could have left that ocean alone, man. Leave that be.
Yeah, both is scary. But
I feel like we're stuck.
Drowning. I'd rather fucking.
We're stuck in the middle.
I'd rather fucking blow up.
The whole planet? It'd take me out. Yeah.
Rather get hit by a meteor, fucking head first.
Like right here.
I'd rather get shot in the head by a bazooka. I don't know. Fuck drowning. That's horrible.
It is a bad way to go, man.
Damn. Die by overdose.
That's another bad way to go. Is it die by overdose? Who said that?
Yeah, if you're overdosing like fucking shit, put me to sleep. Put some sleeping pills in.
Just doze off. Boom. Gone.
Well, yeah, man. Fucking SpaceX wins round 1 while Boeing Starliner had more delays than your local public transit system. SpaceX Dragon capsule became the first private company to ride to the ISS and back in 2020, making Elon Musk's space Uber a dream of a reality come true.
Ain't they supposed to be getting rid of ISS too? They supposed to be bringing
and NASA was trying to pay SpaceX like $20 million to like deconstruct the ISS because it's so big, and then like NASA didn't know how to do it, and then they're like, hey, SpaceX, we give you like this amount of money, like could you break it down for us? And yeah, we want that shit out of space.
I think NASA don't want to take credit too for if that shit goes wrong. That's what they worried about. If the ISS starts falling back down to Earth, they're like, oh, shit. Fuck. This shit lands on a damn city. Like, imagine that shit like lands on fucking Japan or some shit, or some New York. That'd be Atlanta, horrifying. Georgia. Man, or Atlanta. That's horrifying, man. That big-ass fucking space colony. What the fuck you want to call ISS?
Get robbed and shit.
Nice ass,
What
man.
else we got? Chris, you got another one? I can't even change the camera angle. Something happened. And we're back.
Actually, I'll talk about this situation. This shit has been going down. Did you hear about the whole situation with the Haitian immigrant shit?
No, what happened?
All right, so there's this big thing going on around because America's lost its fucking mind as usual. All right, so in this small town of like Springfield, Ohio, there was rumors going around saying that Haitians were going around and eating people's cats and dogs,
Oh,
just snatching them up, man. And it caused this entire town to go into a huge panic. It was basically trying to push all these black Haitian folks out this town. This happened just a couple weeks ago, and so the rumor actually originally started on this. The rumor originally started from this Nazi like website, and they have like they have like a phone number you can call if you want to join them and shit. It's crazy, but they started this rumor about Haitian immigrants living in this small Springfield town because the town Springfield itself was actually like it's a rural town, middle of the bumfuck nowhere, and it was a dying town, which is actually happening like a lot recently. Because I just saw this video like too long ago on Vice talking about like how like a lot of these rural towns are starting to like go extinct because a lot of people are starting to leave and go to the suburbs and they're going to the city. So like a lot of schools like aren't having any kids there, and a lot of churches are closing down too in these rural areas because there's nobody there. Nobody's there, worshiping whatever the hell they want to worship. So the small towns are just going extinct now. And the same thing was happening too with this town of Springfield, Ohio. But in order for them to balance out the population and keep the town alive, they started bringing in Haitian migrants who were legally on work visas that could work and stay in America. And so the population started building back up. And a lot of these Haitian migrants actually saved the town. They're working in factories. They're part of the workforce that's keeping this town alive again. But a lot of these damn white supremacists out here didn't like that because they thought they was losing, like, we're losing our town to Haitian immigrants. We got to start rumors about how they're eating your cats and dogs and shit. So this one lady wound up spreading a rumor on Facebook about it, saying her cat went missing, and she said like Haitians probably ate it, and this started a whole uproar where even Trump and the guy that's running for his vice president was spreading rumors about it as well too. But the town started getting death threats. They had to close down schools and everything because this lie was going around about these Haitian immigrants in this town. And the reason I was bringing up this story too because I remember hearing about this, like when this story happened, I was like, what have I heard this before? I was like, didn't the Nazis do something like this? And the Nazis did the same thing in World War II, leading up to World War II, with the Jewish community saying that, hey, these Jews are out here eating your damn cats and dogs. And I remember specifically back in the 90s, and I completely forgot about this until I heard this on the podcast. It kind of like unlocked a core memory in my brain. Back in the 90s in Atlanta, when there was an Asian community boom, massive, huge. That's when all the Asian folks was moving to Georgia back in the 90s. White supremacists started spreading rumors. I remember this vividly, spreading rumors that they were eating cats and dogs. But it wasn't so much like they just eat cats and dogs. They eating your cats and dogs. They revved it up in that type of way. Like, don't trust these Asian folks coming to Georgia, because they were getting upset because a lot of Asians were snatching up these academic shit and getting valedictorians in the high schools where it was only just white kids getting it. So, and they threw a fit about it. So they started spreading rumors saying that Asian folks was eating cats and dogs. I remember that vividly from the 90s. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about that. I was like, this country's crazy. It does this shit every time. When new groups move in, right? Like, chow down. But yeah, man. So shit is hitting the wall.
We
right
ate
now.
all the cats.
So you ate all of them?
I'm just playing. But I don't remember that. But I did remember like when a lot of Asian people started moving to Georgia for some reason, like from Cali.
Yeah.
They think I don't know. Maybe it is a better life. Well, for sure, it was cheaper. Yeah,
It's definitely cheaper.
yeah. Because like my parents like they were never gonna get a house in LA because like a small ass tiny probably 2-bedroom house like probably like almost $1 million is almost like impossible. So like, hey, why are we busting our ass? We could move to Georgia, still probably do like the same job, but you're able to actually get a house.
Right.
And then everybody's like,
cheaper.
oh shit, this is
Let's
like
go.
the Asian people's like, oh, this is the place right here.
And that's how the way the world works,
Cats.
man. It's happening right now in the town I live in. A lot of people from like California are moving out here, and I'm from Atlanta and shit. And actually, we're from Atlanta, and a lot of people are moving from out of state to here now because it's a small town that's booming, got jobs and shit. Nobody wants to really deal with the hustle and bustle of a city, but eventually this will be a city one day, too, probably. But this is the way the world. You go where the jobs are at, shit.
Yeah, but I bet they're trying to like protect that shit. Like they don't want people moving there because they already got like their own shit going on, right?
Yeah,
They're
yeah, they got
like,
older
please
generation like,
don't move
why
there. Like we already got a thing going on already.
don't fuck it up, bringing your city
Yeah,
boy life shit over here.
don't taint the water, you know?
You ruining everything. This was a nice
Yeah,
town,
cause
and
dude, I've never heard of anybody that's born and raised in Atlanta, right? I'm not saying like you, saying like I'm gonna move to Utah. Like that's not even a thing,
I don't know. I
right?
remember when I told people when I was moving to Utah, they was like,
Like that
"Why?"
doesn't make no sense. Yeah, that's not even.
That's the first
That's
thing they
like the
told me.
most 0.01% thing I ever heard.
It was like, "Why? You don't have family out there?" Because black folks ain't got no family out here. Like, you ain't got no family in Utah. Why you going there?
Yeah, it's different. It's not saying like it's bad, but that's not something. That's not a common thing you hear. But you do hear
Man,
people, a lot of people, all other states moving to Atlanta.
no,
That's
it's
really
straight up, bro.
common.
Atlanta's like Atlanta's like the new Hollywood for the East Coast. It's like, oh, this is where I can get my dreams going, start a business, do this and this and this. And then the town I live in is like, yeah, you just all right. Why you here?
Yeah, but yeah, it's booming out here. But it's
Straight
still
up, man.
like
That's
it's
what they.
booming like with the new Atlanta, but it's still mixed with the old Atlanta. That's
Yeah,
why
this
it's
shit,
kind
it's
of like
tricky, man.
it's. I wouldn't say like it's messy, but it's still a rocky road. You know, it's not like
Man, hell yeah.
you
That's
still
what they
have the
building that
good
new.
sides, but then the good sides is like right next door to the bad side.
Man, straight the hell up,
Hmm.
man. That's like that's why they building a new Spaghetti Junction on 285.
They're doing
This
it's
man, what
everything's under
the
construction
hell?
like always now.
Every time I go back, I'm like, oh my god, they are building a highway right here. This is and I looked it up. I was like, yeah, Spaghetti Junction 2. They're building another one because there's too many people in Atlanta. And Spaghetti Junction is massive already, man. They building a second one. They gotta alleviate that traffic though, man. I used to drive that shit every day from 285, and I would get on 20 to go to Lithonia. Traffic was horrible, man. Fucking nightmare. Did that shit Monday through Friday.
No more traffic for you, Mr. Utah.
Man, I get anywhere. If I drive more than 15 minutes, I'm leaving the town and I'm
Damn.
crossing into Arizona because we live right there on the state line.
Oh, okay.
I can get anywhere. Like shit, I work tonight. I get to work in 3 minutes. I live like 3 minutes. I work with 3 minutes away.
Damn, you could just walk there.
Yeah, I won't do it at night being a black man around here. But if it was daytime, I would walk to work.
And I like,
Straight up.
hey, that guy is out of place.
Whoop, whoop. What you doing here?
Up to
What you
no
doing here, boy?
good.
But so anyways, but back with the whole Haitian story. Yeah, so like it's weird now because it's like, man, I thought this as a society we would leave this shit behind of fear mongering groups of people that move into an area, and then here we are doing it again in this damn country. And I was like, sometimes I try not to bring up politics on the show, but at the same time, I think we should all keep our head on the swivel when shit gets crazy. Kind of keep our eye on the ball because this country can swing in a whole lot of ways, man. This is one of those situations. I was like, it did not have to be this way because now you just that the shit that these politicians are saying and the shit that these people are lying about with these migrants that live in this town. Because, mind you, there was a cat that was murdered and murdered. I guess you could say, can an animal be considered murder? I guess. I thought whatever. But anyways, a cat was murdered, and there was a lady that was eating a cat, a black lady. She wasn't Haitian. She was a black American who was having like a mental like breakdown or some shit. They found a lady that was eating a cat, but it was 200 miles away from the town they're saying it happened at. They had to close down schools. They was getting bomb threats to the hospital, and then they found out some of these calls are coming from Russia. What the fuck is going on in this town, man? So now the town, the Haitian migrants to the town, and I guess like they're I don't know what you would call them. I guess they're representatives of their community, of the Haitian community, are coming up, and now they're trying to sue Donald Trump. They're trying to sue his vice president, JD Vance, because they're like, yo, y'all started a fucking, this is a
Yeah.
damn terrorist attack y'all just did on us, and we don't eat cats and dogs, man. Because they start bringing up like voodoo and stuff, which voodoo is actually like pretty peaceful, man. It's not as crazy violent as people think it is.
Yeah, there's some stuff you just gotta be careful, like what you say, because people will take that shit, like, and they would believe it and everything, and be like, "Oh shit,
Fun.
they're eating fucking cats. Fucking, let's fucking
Yes.
go over there and try to cleanse the place." And then they're like, and
Yeah.
then they go over there, the people are like, "Hey, we're not fucking eating cats. The fuck is going on?" Just because like this dude said this
Right.
shit, like you guys, like, god damn it, people gotta watch what they say.
And
It's
the thing is too,
dangerous.
the lady that started the rumor, she got the information from God knows where, but even though the rumor originally started on a Nazi website. The lady that really made it spread on
The
Facebook,
Nazi website.
yeah, it's a Nazi website that started the whole thing. It's called like Blood and Sword or Blood and something, but it's a neo-Nazi website, and they're the one that originally started the rumor, and it kind of just spread a little bit. But the lady herself, she had no ties to the Nazi group at all. She just heard it and then started spreading it on Facebook, and then blew up into this whole thing. And she came out and apologized about it. I was like, look, I didn't mean for this to blow up. I was just talking about it amongst my friends, and people just started spreading it. She says, but obviously we were wrong for this. And she wound up saying that she said like basically she offered like an apology, saying like, hey, like we didn't mean for this to happen and to go in this direction, because it disrupted everything in that whole fucking town. And now a town that nobody knew about is now on national news for. Because like right now they got the cops out here too, out in this small town. They're getting ready. The cops are like out there like shit. People might start attacking these people now because they thinking they eat cats and dogs. Okay, because the lady that originally started the rumor on Facebook, her cat was missing, and then that's when she said like, I think they ate my cats and ate my cat. Couldn't find out her fucking cat was in her basement the whole time. But like the cat was hiding, so it's like, well, you went and spread this rumor. Everybody's lives in danger because your cat was sleeping in the damn basement.
That's wild, man.
Probably trying to get away from your annoying ass. Damn.
How did it turn into this? That's so crazy.
Insane, man. This country is fucking bonkers.
It came
I was
down
like,
to
oh my
fucking
God.
cats, eating cats, your pets.
I was like, this shit. I was like, when I first heard the story, I was like, what? I thought we was past this type of shit, man. Like, of like accusing groups of people of, well, actually, we ain't past that shit. This country still do shit like that. But this is more like Jim Crow weird shit. Like, this is like from back in the day type shit, though. That they're doing it now in 2024. It's very weird.
I wouldn't be surprised though if somebody's eating your cat.
Hey, look, there's monsters out there. There's people out there that will eat your damn pet.
Surprise me.
I heard a story the other day on this podcast with this guy. He's like a politician right now. He's taking some heat. He talks about how he killed his fucking neighbor's dog one time. He's writing a book. This politician wrote a book about how he killed his neighbor's dog. I think it was like a pit bull. He went and killed it because the dog kept barking. And it was like, well, why don't you tell the neighbor to stop, tell the dog to stop barking? But he never did. He just went and fucking killed it.
Damn.
Instead of going with his gut feel, I've heard, I know somebody who did that too. I know someone. I actually know somebody who killed a dog once. I was like,
I'm not gonna say nothing.
I can't speak on it either, but I know somebody that killed a dog too.
Sheesh.
They grabbed it by the legs and did this.
No.
Awful, man. That's the first time I heard that. I was like, you can kill a dog like that? They was like, yeah, you can break their chest open like that. I was like, what the?
What kind of?
Why
talk
are you
is
telling me
that?
this?
Like, yeah, you could actually break their whole chest like that. Like, what are you,
just, like,
an expert?
Yeah, right. I was like, how many dogs you killed to get to this knowledge?
And then he puts his hand on your lip like this. Yeah, he puts his hand on your lip, like
blood on it and shit.
It's like, stop it.
Silence.
But yeah,
that's it for that.
Is that it for that? Okay, I have one last story before we close out. All right, so we all heard about this mini moon, right? That's coming into our orbit, and we're supposed to be getting 2 moons, one real moon and one fake moon, which is like an asteroid.
Okay.
All right, so on September 29th, which was this past Sunday, a new moon will be crashing into Earth's orbit, but don't worry, because it's only going to be for 2 months before gravity kicks it out and send it back into all the other asteroids in the Arwana belt. How do you say that? Arwana belt?
Arwana? How's it spelled?
Arjuna.
I don't know. UNA.
All right, so like after 2 months, like this asteroid, or which is going to be like our little moon in orbit for the next 2 months, is going to be kicked out into the rest of the asteroids. So like this, the scientist that spotted this space visitor was on August 7th using asteroid terrestrial impact last alert system telescope in South Africa, and they discovered this floating rock or a floating junk that's going to be joining Earth's orbit on the 29th this Sunday. So it's already in an orbit right now. Like it's already riding in the orbit of Earth, and like this mini moon is not like what people think. It's not like a fucking full size moon that you're gonna see. It's actually really small, like the size of like a school bus. It's really small, And you're not even gonna be able to even see it with the naked eye. The only way you're gonna see it is with the fucking special telescope with like a fucking 30 millimeter lens or all this fancy bullshit.
Yeah, right.
Only
right.
like the fucking hardcore people can see like this moon. We can't even see it just looking in the sky. So
Damn.
like with all the Instagram, TikTok, they're all making these videos like, hey, we're gonna get like a second moon, and then they show like images of the moon looking like a real ass moon in our orbit. It's like, yeah, and they're trying to normalize this, making it seem like it's normal to have a second moon, but it's just basically like a space asteroid, space rock that's just in our orbit. Nothing
Big ass one,
serious,
apparently.
yeah. Because when I saw like those Instagram videos too, I really thought like it was like a fucking moon that looks like a moon. So I was like, wait a minute, this is like suspicious. Because if there was like a asteroid or a moon that came into orbit and it looked like another second moon, that would be a fucking red flag, right? They'd be like, hey,
Hell
like,
yeah.
how come you guys just found out about this in August? Shouldn't you
Right.
guys been know about this since you guys predicted all the eclipses, a perfect date time, but you cannot predict a second moon coming in orbit?
A big ass moon. Like we're all gonna see it.
Yeah, so like my conspiracy brain, like it was like, it was going crazy. I was like, nah, like this shit is fucking. It's something else to this. Like if there was like a second moon, like maybe it could be like an alien spaceship dropping off.
I was
There are
thinking
people
that.
on
when he
Earth,
first-
and I was like, hey,
I swear to God, I thought of that when he first started his stories. Like a second moon, I was like moon in my brain. I was like moon.
yeah, moon,
Like a
aka spaceship, fucking cloaked
dead
out as a moon. Bob says, like the one I saw in my dream, it was yellow piss. Yeah, Bob.
Spaceship. Spaceship was yellow piss.
Yeah, when I saw the moon on Sunday, it looked like it's like a crescent moon, and it was yellow, and I was like, "Where's the other moon at?" But we can't see it; it's just too small.
Yeah.
You'll need like a giant telescope just to see it. But
Damn.
before you know it, it'll be gone in 2 months.
Yeah. He's like, upon further research, it's actually just a big ass asteroid. Hopefully that shit don't like. The thing I'm worried about is like, okay, if it's that big, that means if it's calling it a second moon, it's gotta be fucking massive, and then hopefully it gets launched back out where gravity doesn't fall towards us.
Yeah, it's definitely getting launched back out. And then like this is not even like the first time it happened. It also happened in 1981 and also in 2022, which nobody even talked about because in 2022 we did have a mini moon. Nobody talked about that.
You know why? Because COVID was going on.
Oh yeah,
That shit-
COVID.
That shit was number one. The number one.
Earth could be like a really popular like pit stop for these asteroids to be like, all right, I'm gonna chill in your little gravity orbit.
Nice and comfy here. Almost.
Oh, this shit's nice.
Sun feels good.
Gucci everything. Like, oh God, what's this? COVID. Ah.
Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, because that was around 2022. Oh man, that was the Earth's COVID story arc. It's fucking.
Oh yeah, they're saying the moon was 37 feet wide. That's almost about the size of a bus, right? So it's really tiny.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was thinking it's like the size of a fucking building. But
Yeah,
alright.
so I think like the article that they wrote saying Earth is gonna get a second moon, that probably blew up. It went viral, and then they all made up their own story. They're thinking it's really a second moon, same size and everything.
Moon. Yeah.
Yeah, so that they took that story and ran just because the headline was just so strong. Earth is getting a second mini moon. TikTok like bet.
Let's go. Content.
Let's make up anything we can.
Right? Like hell yeah, content. Let's go. I know it ain't a moon, but we're gonna make it a moon.
You guys
sounds like-
are gonna see 2 moons on September 20th. No, we're not. We're just gonna see one.
I believe in the hype.
All right, that's all I got for the mini moon.
All right.
Is that it for the night?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Are we good for next week? Are we doing another one?
Do it, man. Let's
All
fucking
right,
go.
here we go. Episode 199 next week. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We'll catch you guys next week on Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Peace
Yes,
out.
sir.
Adios.
See you guys.